time you were stressed? What caused the stress? Was it a school assignment, a friendship, or a relationship? How long did this stress last? A day, a week, a month? How did you deal with this stress? Did you know that too much stress could cause serious health problems? The purpose of my speech isn't to scare you. I want to explain what stress is, what causes it, how it affects us, to explain how to deal with it, and how to prevent it. First, I'm going to start by explaining what stress is. Feeling stressed or overwhelmed is a commonly shared feeling amongst everyone. According to an article by Melinda Smith, MA, Robert Siegel, MA, and Jeanne Siegel, PhD, stress is a normal physical response to events that make you feel threatened or upset your balance. When you sense danger, whether it's real or imagined, your body's automatic response kicks into high gear, called fight or flight. It can be positive or negative stress. A positive stress is getting married, and a negative stress could be financial struggles. Just like for college students, paying for tuition could be a struggle. Now that we know what stress is, let's move on to the causes of stress. For everyone, the cause is different. We're all different and we have different views on different things. For example, presenting a speech and writing one could be very stressful for some, while for others it's a piece of cake. Even though the causes are different, they fall under two major categories. And according to that same article by Melinda Siegel, MA, Robert Siegel, MA, and Jeanne Siegel, PhD, there are two different causes, internal and external. Internal causes could be like being pessimistic, finding the negative in everything. Having unrealistic expectations, like waiting till the night before a final to study all the material from that semester. Trying to be a perfectionist is also a problem, because not everyone is perfect and you don't have to be. Some examples of external causes are like the ones mentioned before, financial problems, or life-changing events such as going away to college, getting a new job, or moving to a different city. Another problem is always being a busy bee, meaning you just work, 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 and never relax. So far, I've explained what stress is and the causes, but what are the effects of being stressed for too long? Even though doctors say stress is good, long-term stress can be bad. According to an article on Medical News Today by Christian Nordquist, too much stress can affect the body by making you sweat more, on your back or under your arms, and that can be very embarrassing for people our age when you're trying to meet new people. Sometimes you might find yourself eating way too much, which could lead to obesity, or eating not enough, which can make you very thin. Stress can also lead to hypertension or high blood pressure. It can cause difficulty in sleeping and causes some people to get nervous twitches without even realizing it. Secondly, too much stress can affect your thoughts and feelings. Some people get very depressed and sometimes forget a lot of things. You can become restless and irritable. Finally, too much stress can affect your behavior. Stress has been found to lead to addiction to drugs, alcohol, and smoking. You can find yourself crying a lot more or having a lot more random outbursts. As you can see, the effects of long-term stress can be serious. Next, I'll explain how to deal with this before it gets that far. Everyone has their own way of dealing with stressful situations, but according to that same article by Christian Nordquist, there's three broad methods to dealing with it. Self-help is one, meaning you can find someone to talk to, like a friend, a family member, or a professional therapist. Another one is to cut down or completely stop consuming alcohol or caffeine and drugs. A second method is self-management. This can include going to group therapy sessions or just finding different ways of looking at the stressful situation. Lastly, medication. But usually, doctors don't give medication because it just covers up the stress and doesn't make it go away. Now that you know what stress is, the causes of stress, the effects of stress, and how to deal with it, I'm going to tell you how to prevent some of it. According to an article reviewed by Dr. Darcy Linson on stress, there are ways to keep our stress levels down and under control. One of them is don't overschedule yourself. Remember, there's only 24 hours in a day and you need time to relax and do nothing. Another is to be realistic. Like I said, no one is perfect and you're not expected to be perfect. Learn to relax and get a good night's sleep. The more tired you are, the easier it is to become stressed. Also, be more positive and solve your little problems because that can build confidence. Lastly, eat healthy and exercise regularly. Along with knowing what stress is, what causes it, and what the effects are, and how to deal with it, you now know how to prevent it. I would like to leave you with these last thoughts. Yes, stress is an inevitable part of life, but you can deal with it. Next time you find yourself stressed out, think of what helps you relax and just do that. And just as Richard Carlson said, don't sweat the small stuff, and everything is small stuff.